Come on, baby. Okay.
Un día de todo yo te la lleno. Yo sé llenarla.
Gracias, ma. Ya.
Que no lo vamos a sentar, pero
Y estoy en vivo para que sepa.
sí, que yo para arriba como ese mismo. No pasa. Yo me siento para abajo.
Welcome, welcome.
Vamos a ver.
Love you too, ma. Let's see. Go ahead and send this to a couple friends. Hey, Jason. Hey, Kaylee. Hey, Kathy. Let me send this to my homie. Welcome in, guys. It's Motivational Monday. How's everyone's Monday going? Hey, Selma. Welcome in. Hey, Miss Mommy Anna. What's up? What's up? Whew. I am super congested, y'all. The struggle is real. But we gonna push through. What's up, Vicky? Hi, Anna. Welcome in. Hey, Vicky, baby. What's goody? How's everyone doing? Great show, Anna. Hey, Drew Barry. Welcome in. Y'all, let me give y'all the rundown. Listen, for me, it's a combination. I think it's allergies, but my daughter, all my kids are sick right now, like all of them. So I've been I have literally no choice. I have to take care of them. So, in taking care of my kids, I ended up also in turn getting sick. So I'm super congested. I apologize in advance because my throat is like itchy. My 2-year-old has a double ear infection. She's asleep now. She had a fever last night of 105.3. Literally, I was like, oh my goodness. Terrified, right? Because like the last thing you want as a parent is to feel helpless, like, oh my goodness. You know, the babies get sick, the mamas get, yes. And that's exactly what happened. My babies got sick, and now here I am, trying to recover before, you know, it escalates beyond repair, right? So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I've been pumping vitamin C. I've been drinking orange juice. I've been staying hydrated. Just everything under the sun. Vicks. Y'all, if this live was scratch and sniff, y'all would be like, she smell like Vicks. And I do. I still have my lashes on from yesterday. That's how all over the place has been. But we woke up today. So to me, it's a winning day. I woke up today. I have air in my lungs. While I'm not at 100% health-wise, I am doing better than a lot of people. So I'm super duper grateful. If you guys are in the chat and you want to share the live with some friends, go ahead and share the live with some friends. This is the live that it's usually myself and Miss Lady Mia. She is at work today, so I told her, hey, let's keep the momentum going. People like the lives. People want to be uplifted first thing Monday. You know what I mean? It's the beginning of the week. Who doesn't want to be uplifted and encouraged? So that's why we wanted to do this. That's why we wanted to come on here and do that. This isn't like an official show or anything like that. I mean, it could be, but we realistically just wanted to carve out a day and time where either one of us can hop on here and just sprinkle a little positivity, a little encouragement. I'm going to bring my little box over here and just put myself in this little corner. Or this one. I'll put myself right here. Boop. I like that I could do that. Yeah, we just wanted to have a little segment where we bring positivity, encouragement. I kind of did one yesterday. I was listening to my motivational audios first thing in the morning, and I ended up going into a whole spiel. Let me see. Is my audios? I was listening to Les Brown, Eric Thomas. Something's going on with my speakers.
It's all about making it on your own.
Hold on, something's going on with my with my laptop speakers. I'm gonna have to send this laptop back, y'all, because I wanted to let y'all hear an audio, but something's going on with it. So let me see. Maybe if I take this off. Let's see. No, it's just acting up. Darn. Well, this computer is going back. I just got it this year, so it's still under warranty. So they are getting this computer back so that I can share my audios moving forward with you guys. But how's everyone's Monday been thus far? Have we set the tone for the week? Did we start setting some plans in motion? How are we feeling in the chat? I'm just curious, did everyone have a great Monday? And it's okay to say no if you didn't. That's fine. We gonna work through it together, right? How's the Monday been? Hey, Christina. Pretty good so far. That's good. That's good. I'm glad it's been good. I got little baby Gio with me, per usual. He's becoming a feature presentation on literally all my shows at this point. He's popping up. Okay. Okay, look. Okay is better than not okay, right? So sometimes I think we get caught up with the things that happen to us, or rather for us in the day, and we allow those things to kind of dictate the rest of the day. So I saw something, actually heard something interesting, because like I said to you guys, I listen to motivational audios, and it says every and anything that happens, in a day to us is for us, it's not a negative, right? So whether it may initially come off as a negative, there's always something to be taken from all of the experiences we have. So my Mondays are very long. I have class at 12 and get out at 9. Oh dear, yeah, that's a long day. I hope that you get some rest today. I hope that you get some self-care in today. But to the point that I was making, a lot of times we go through things and we're like, why? Like, why me? Why am I going through this stuff? And what we forget is that the reason we go through those things is because there's something to take from it, right? So I'll share my personal experience, right? I said to myself, dang, like, I got both my kids are sick. I have to run to all these doctor's appointments. I got my teenager like running around with me. And I was just like, not in the best of headspace initially. And then I'm like, you know what? I have a vehicle to take them to appointments. They have health insurance to go to these appointments. My teenager is a virtual learner, so she's able to help me with the kids. She's also a very smart girl. She just recently got accepted into a psychology program, pre-college program. So that news we just got today. So this is what I'm saying. Like, so had I gone into the day completely just like allowing the circumstances to dictate how I moved throughout the day, I probably wouldn't have been able to receive that news the way I did. So because I knew that my situation was what it was, thank you so much, Miss Mamiana. Thank you, Christina. I was able to like really celebrate that moment, right? So sometimes thank you, Vicky. Hi, Amber. Welcome in. Sometimes we get so fixated on the negative and forget about all the other amazing things that happen for us and to us, right? Happy Monday, friend. I haven't seen you in a while. So I've been in that space of just like, what can I take from this situation? I currently, my daughter, my 2-year-old, I recently found out she is on the spectrum, right? And that turned my world upside down, because while I knew there was something there that needed to be addressed, I didn't know what to do. I'm like, I don't know anything about being a parent to a child on the spectrum. And what I had to remember was, I'm a parent and she's no different than any of my other kids. I just have to learn her and the way that she sees the world. But in that moment, I cried. I was like, oh my God, my baby's gonna, have to navigate this world with all these like different challenges and things. Yes, Amber, I'm doing well. Thank you. Just over here chit chatting with y'all and mommy in and stuff. So it was just one of those moments where I'm like, she's gonna have to navigate this world, and I'm not gonna be here forever. But I realized I'm like, you tripping. Like, you're tripping. None of your kids came with a manual. Like, why are you bugging over the one child who has a diagnosis? All your kids are unique in their own way. It's just that one has a diagnosis and requires a little bit more diving in deeper to find out how she sees the world and how I can better, come in as her mom and assist her. So I also look at that with other things, right? Yeah, and I was in that space of like, I'm so grateful like that now there's information out there. There's community, right? Like, I'm not a mom with a child on the spectrum from like 10, 20 years ago where the information may not have been so readily available. So there is something to always be grateful for. So while I still felt those feels, I also realized that she is not the only child on the spectrum. There's so much community now here on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, YouTube, so many spaces now that if I have questions, I can go there and get information. I can go there and, inquire about resources. Absolutely, so much more information and resources. And that's the thing, right? With the things that we want to accomplish, while I'm talking specifically about my situation with my toddler, this is the situation for a lot of us, right? There are things that sometimes situations we're faced with where we're like, man, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I want to do this. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you said, I want to be an architect. I'm just throwing a random occupation out there. Maybe you want to, hey, chef, maybe you want to be a chef, maybe you want to be an architect, maybe you want to be a DJ. I don't know what that looks like for you, right? But then you're like, where do I start? And so you start with looking up the information, right? And the information is now readily available. So there's literally no excuses for us to not pursue the things we want and go after the dreams and goals that we want, because the information is readily available. The information is more powerful than having the capital, because when you have the information, you're able to finesse your way to get the capital. And I mean finesse in the legal way, right? Like, you can work on getting your credit up. You can learn on how to get business credit to leverage that to, get inventory for whatever it is you need. You can leverage connections by networking, going to events where people who are like-minded are. So there's power in information. Information is the new currency. It's so much so that how many of y'all see ads constantly on the YouTube videos? Hey, I have a course. I have a course. I have a course. Am I the only one that's seeing all those ads? Because it might just be my algorithm. Do y'all see those ads that are constantly selling courses? I'm gonna ask y'all in the chat because I'm seeing them left and right. There's a course for there's a course for everything. Amazon FBA. There's a course for Bitcoins. There's a course for foreign exchange market. There's a course for how to be an author. There's a course for how to be a speaker. There's a course for literally everything. So information is the new currency. So if you don't have a course, you may want to think about getting one. And look, see, even Chef has a course. So we all carry something of value, right? Because you may very well think that the skills and knowledge you're sitting on are not worth anything, but you would be surprised what people would pay for. I have seen people pay for courses on how to start a business on Etsy, selling downloadable products, like digital products, not even anything that requires inventory. So if you start looking at take inventory of what you have and what you're good at and what you're passionate about, you can likely monetize on whatever that may be. Maybe you're an accountant for your workplace, right? I'm only saying that because Maria is an accountant. Maybe you're an accountant at your workplace. We should start doing that part, right? Listen, Maybe you are really, really talented at doing voiceovers. You're like hilarious. Maybe you might be that person that can do stand up. Like, I don't know what that is. Like, how many of us have seen those excuse me, those HS, is it HS? No, not HSN. HGTV, where the people are buying like these really expensive homes and they're like, "What's your budget?" And the person's like, "My budget's like $2 million." I'm like, "Oh, okay. So what do you do for a living?" "I make beaded bracelets." And I'm like, "What? She makes beaded bracelets and her budget is $2 million?" Now, while that is a really exaggerated example, I know I'm not the only one that have seen that. People who are taking on professions that are like, I could have did that. How many of us have seen people take on professions and be super duper successful and make lucrative businesses out of things that are like basic? I know I'm not the only way. How to buy a home. Yes, I see those all the time. I wanted to be a wholesaler so bad. I'm going to tell you the truth. I got into it back in 2018, right? I acquired at least 6 properties in Atlanta. And when I say acquired, I mean I didn't put money down on it. I just put them under contract. I put 6 properties under contract in Atlanta, somewhere I literally had no knowledge of, and I ended up selling my contracts. Which, realistically, if I would have kept that going, I probably would be sitting on millions right now. Yes, I can literally tell you all the side hustles. Let me tell you all my side hustles, right? Because there's a lot of them. I used to braid hair. I got into the wholesaling and flipping business. I microbladed brows. What else? I used to do makeup. What else? I used to do resumes for people. Literally everything under the sun. But you know what was missing? That consistency. That consistency was not there because I was not really passionate about any of those things. I was just doing it to make money, which brings me to my next point. Are we just doing things to make money, or are we doing things because we are truly passionate about the things we're trying to do? Because there's a lot of people that do things for money. We know, because there's some people that seem like they don't want to do their jobs. How many of us have come across folks who are, I'm like, do you even like your job? Do you even like what you do? Because it's giving you don't like your job. And somehow we're interacting now, and it's giving you don't like your job. Hey, Gregory, welcome in. I've seen those people, and I'm like, why would you get into this profession if you do not like people? I've been in medical situations where I'm like, do you even like this? I'm passionate about cooking. Yeah. And that's the thing. If it's a passion, and this is how you know it's a passion, right? Because if it's a passion, you can do it for free. You can do it every day of the week. I'm gonna tell you my passion. My passion is speaking life into people. My passion is doing this right here. Talking to people, and it's always a small group of people, right? I'm never like in front of a large crowd of people, because not a lot of people put themselves in these spaces, right? A lot of people are very uncomfortable with being faced with their reality, right? A lot of people don't want to see and be told, hey, it's possible, because it's scary, right? Because then it forces you to look at yourself and say, well, what can I do? What do I have to do next? So I commend the few people that are in here, because there's not the 1% is the 1% for a reason, right? There is only a small group of people who take the initiative to do the self work, to do the reprogramming of how we think, reshifting and undoing generational thinking, negative thinking, pessimistic thinking. It's only a few of us. It's only a handful of us, and it's usually we're the rebels, the black sheeps, the outcasts of the family, right? That's fine. I've become very comfortable with being that, because while I am not quite where I want to be yet, I've gotten really, really far by going the opposite direction. So there's a point in time that while you're pursuing whatever it is you're pursuing, whether that is a career, an education, um, entrepreneurship, that is very lonely. Is very lonely. And this is why the 1% in the family. Yeah, it's okay to be the 1%. It's a very lonely space when you're pursuing your dreams, goals, and ambitions, because not a lot of people are going to see that for you. Not a lot of people can release who you used to be and take in who you are today, right? Because if you are in this 1%, more chances than not, you're evolving, right? You're a person that's comfortable with evolving, with learning from your mistakes, making mistakes. So, taking chances. Those are characteristics of people who are in the 1%. So, and that, my friend, is rare. So you're gonna get a lot of side eyes and she thinks she about to be a millionaire. She think this, that, he thinks he's this, that, and the third. Oh, you know, a lot of people are gonna give you the mean side eye, right? You have to be very comfortable with being that person, right? And it's hard. I'm not saying it's easy. It's very challenging to be in a space where nobody else sees what you see for you. Hey, Kevin, what's up? Welcome in, Sarah. A lot of times people are not going to see it for you. As I'm going through this particular journey, right? I'm going to be 36 this Thursday. I have to look at the calendar. That's how insane my schedule is. I'm going to be 36 on Thursday. And I know sometimes I can feel it, right? Like when I tell people, yeah, you know, I do this thing on TikTok. I've heard people say little comments like, oh, you got your little show on TikTok, or oh, you doing a TikTok thing? Ain't that for teenager? Or you really make money doing that? And I'm like, you know what? And granted, there's, in all fairness, some people will have questions, right? But then you also feel when you have the naysayers or the people who don't really truly believe what you're doing, right? Yeah, the little, right? It's when they're, anytime someone's saying something like, oh, what's up with that little business? Or what's up with that, you know, that little thing you was working on? Like, you got, I could read between the lines, right? Hey, Courtney. It's very hard to see comments with the background. Oh, all right. Sorry. Let me switch this up. I'm going to switch it up so y'all can see each other's comments. Hi. My baby says hi. Okay, let me, my lashes is wild, guys. Now y'all get to see it in HD. Let me see. Maybe I can put another background for y'all so you can see the comments. But yeah, sometimes people are just not gonna see it for you, and that's totally okay, guys. My baby's talking to y'all. Y'all hear this? I am like flabbergasted. You talking to my friends? He's like, yep, sure am. Hold on, guys. I wonder if I put this, if y'all could see the background. Boom. Hey, hey. What's up, Detroit? Is that better, y'all? Hey, Jenny, welcome in. So, Davey, hey, listen. People are people, right? People be peopling, right? So, I want you to keep this in mind. When you are in the process of putting together, illustrating whatever that life, that dream life looks like for you, be comfortable with people and their commentary. It's okay to also put up those beautiful, that big B word, boundaries, right? I had to learn that, right? I had to understand that boundaries doesn't necessarily mean I don't mess with you. It just means that this is where I'm, up to this point is where I'm allowing you to pour whatever it is you're trying to pour into me, because people can pour in negative and people can pour in positive. So I put this post up. It says, are you a faucet or a drain? So how many people do we know that are, anytime they open their mouth, it's never productive. It's never anything positive. It's never anything uplifting. How you doing, Amanda? I'm a little sticky poo today, so I apologize if I sound a little nasally. I'm I'm pushing through though. I want to make sure I come on here and just remind you guys, because your ability to make your dreams and goals happen is so important to me, because I didn't always have someone to tell me that certain things were possible for me. So I want to be that person for, even if it's just one person, even if what I say today only resonates with one person, I want you to go after whatever it is. We are here for a limited amount of time, right? So while we're here, I want us to create. I want us to be our very best self, right? And that can be small little improvements day to day, because those small improvements add up to bigger things, right? Hey, beautiful lady. I know a lot of those people. Yes, this is my line they can't cross. That part. Yeah, put those boundaries up. Because I have people in my life that I love them so, so much. But I have to be like, hey, not today. Not today. I almost now am like, I'm almost feeling like disrespected when people dump on me without asking, hey, are you in the space to hold this? Are you in the space to take in this information? I need that respect. And people treat you the way you allow them to treat you. Sorry, y'all. He's looking at me like, lady, you better give me this bottle. Hey, Sarah. Welcome. Thank you for sharing the live, guys. I try to be a faucet. I pour the possibilities of everything they want to be or become in them. Yes, yes. I'm very much a faucet as well. I want to pour into all my friends, my family, the people who I come into contact with. I pour into strangers, okay? I've come across people in the street that I'm like, you look amazing. I just want you to know you're glowing, because people need to hear that, right? I want to be the light in somebody's day. Now, while that is not my responsibility, something about when I give to others, it really pours right back to me. And while that sounds like, oh, girl, you doing it to feel better about yourself? No, like, it's a win-win situation. Well, I love mutually beneficial things. So if I can give to you guys, and if I can pour even a little smidget of hope into this live, I'm going to do that. Because that's so rewarding to me, so satisfying to me, because I know one of y'all, maybe all of y'all, are sitting on talents and abilities that just need to come to life, that y'all just need to pour just a sprinkle of belief in. I want to be I want to go back to that childlike innocence where I believe anything is possible for me. I believe anything is possible for my friends. And realistically, we all just kind of got the wind knocked out of us and stopped believing. So I want us to start believing that we wake up every day because there's still something that we need to do. There's still something that we need to accomplish. Hey, Chrissy, what's up, my love? There's still things we need to accomplish. I always say this, and I don't mean to be dark, but the one of the things I heard, I think it was Les Brown say it. Yeah, it was Les Brown. He said, the wealthiest place in the world is not the bank. It's not, some fancy neighborhood. It's the cemetery. So many people leave this God-breathed earth with all of their talents, gifts, and abilities, and we don't get to see it. We don't get to experience it. How many inventions have died with people? How many experiences and maybe even revolutionary things have died with people? I don't want that. I want to live full and die empty. I want to give it all. That's why I try so many things. But I had to realize it's not about just trying a bunch of things. It was to really dive into the thing that really made me feel like I can do it for free. And this is it for me. I wanted to dive head first into pouring into a community, pouring into a space. That's how Talk Married to Me kind of came about. Before Talk Married to Me, some of y'all may have saw me on the duo, the Very Intentional Chat with my friend Anna and myself. And we were just having a random conversation, and we both were kind of in the space of like, we want to give back to the community, but how do we, kind of navigate these TikTok streets? And I was just like, look, you want to talk about bariatric stuff, and I just want to talk. I want to be the she was more of like the facts. Like, she had all the bariatric facts. I used to call her the bariatric Jehovah's Witness. So I was like, you come with the bariatric facts, and I'm gonna come in with the very motivational angle, because that's my jam. That's what I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about reminding people of their abilities, and I just want to be that person. So that was like a match made in TikTok heaven. The very intentional chat came on. We brought a ton of people in. Fast forward, it was like a trickling effect, right? It was like we have folks coming in, shows popping up, and it was a beautiful thing, because it was like this came from like a random ass thought, and then the community like took off, and was like, look, we have a show on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and it all really just stemmed from like a random idea. So I don't say that to say, hey, I birthed shows. No, I say that sometimes the smallest idea, the most random idea, can bring life to such beautiful things, right? Even like by accident, right? Because while the very intentional chat did eventually part ways, we oh no, I know, I was sad too. While the very intentional chat is not a thing anymore, it gave birth to Talk Berry to me. It gave birth to a lot of other amazing ideas and things for myself. So one small idea can give birth to so many other beautiful things. So please do not discount those little small ideas or those small goals that you think are insignificant, right? Sorry, let me go back in the chat. Here we go. I think that the first time I've been on your... This is the first time I've ever... Oh, Sarah, that's cool. Well, welcome in. I'm glad you joined me. I do a live on Sundays, like religiously. It's called Talk Berry to me at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific time. This is fairly new. I used to do Motivational Mondays by myself when I first started on TikTok, and then now I collaborate with my friend, Miss Lady Mia, and we have these conversations. We chit chat about, topics related to mindset, motivation, manifestation, and the power of positive thinking and positive speaking, right? So I'm glad you joined in on this topic, but we just have, it's like a free-for-all kind of conversation. Sometimes I'll have folks jump in on panel, share their points of view. So thank you for joining. I try my best to support everyone. Look, Courtney, it's appreciated, and I see you, friend. What happened? It went out and then back in. Oh, did it? Am I back in? My DM's full of, hey, just checking on you. Oh, yeah, I'm loving people doing the check-ins. Let me see, guys. Sorry. The chat be jumping, and then it's like I miss a lot of y'all messages. I'm sorry. So sorry. Hey, Tanika. Hey, Chrissy. I love encouraging people. So me to growth in this community. Yes, I love it. I love all the shows. I love all the individual Q&As. I love the panels. I used to jump on a lot of panels. Thanks, Miss Mamiana. I try to support as many berry people here because I think this community has given me so much calmness. Yeah, same. I try to get on everyone's show. While I'm on maternity leave, I can absolutely pull it off. So I've been jumping in everybody's shows. I was actually a guest on the Berry Sisters. I was just on the Berry Unfiltered before this. And of course, I'm going to support my brothers from the Berry Mail Experience. We've been co-collaborating on that show for some time now. So we're basically family at this point. They come on every Taco Tuesday, same time as my Sunday show, which is at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific time. I saw the others and it discouraged me, but the one in TikTok, people are not toxic. They understand. I'll try to be on your lives. Oh, well, listen, Sarah, anytime you're on my live, you're more than welcome to come join in. If I have a panel, feel free to ask to come up. It's always good vibes over here. I'm very chill. Like, I want to think that I'm like non-problematic. I just be chilling. Like, I literally just be chilling. Sometimes I'll say some silly things because I'm a clown. And I can't believe I'm somebody's parent. Well, several somebody's parents sometimes. But it's all fun and just good times. Like, I'm very cognizant that This social space means a lot to a lot of people. So I always want to be respectful. I always want to be positive. I want, if you come into my space, that you leave feeling better than you came in. So that's what this is all about, right? I want whoever happens to land in here to be like, man, that girl Shar really just said something that made me think it's possible. And that's it. Even if that means, you know what, that girl Shar really got me thinking I need to get up and take a walk. That girl Shar really got me thinking I need to get up and take a shower, because I haven't showered in 15 days because I've been in my feelings. And no judgment. One of my other phrases that I say a lot is, I don't yuck your yum. Don't yuck my yum, I won't yuck your yum. I'm all about a judgment-free space. I'm like Planet Fitness. This is a judgment-free zone. So feel free to come here, be yourself. Yes. Oh, thank you, Chef Casey. Yeah, I'm just chilling. Like, I'm so excited because I am going to be going to the meetup in San Diego. I know I'm going to catch a lot of folks from here in the community in San Diego for a retreat for the Bariatric Society. That's happening November 7th through the 10th. At Paradise Point in San Diego, California. I've never been to California, y'all. I know that's probably like, girl, you never been to California? No, I've never been to California. But while I haven't gotten my flight or anything yet, I am manifesting all of those things for myself. I'm manifesting more streams of income. I've been manifesting opportunities. I just got invited to an influencer event for the first time. So that was awesome. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it because it's in Dallas and it's on a day that I have something else coming up. But the fact that I even got the invitation is like, what? Y'all see me? Y'all. So that means a lot. That means a lot because I'm always the last person to be like I joke around and I'll be like, I'm Delulu. I be feeling myself, but I'm very, very chill, very humble. Like, I'm just, like, I joke around or whatnot, but I'm just a regular degular girl. Humble beginnings. I'm a first generation American. My family, they're from the Caribbean, the Dominican Republic to be exact. And my goodness, like, when I tell you, let me go back because I know that I said this earlier. Sometimes, even in the bad, even when we think that things are horrible, the worst they can possibly be. I was sitting at my grandmother's funeral. This was in 2018, 2019, right? I was sitting at my grandmother's funeral. I had a situation at the time where I was dealing with a person who was harassing me. I had to get law enforcement involved. I had to put a restraining order on this person. Like, it was just an ugly, ugly time. Like, like when you say, damn, like, can I catch a break? Like, for real, it was like back to back to back to back. It was that situation. I got demoted from my job. I ended up homeless, sleeping on somebody's floor. My grandmother passed away. It was like back to back to back. My child was not even feeling me because at the time I was not with her father. It was just a lot going on. And I was like, yo, like, what the hell? Can I get a break? So I'm sitting at my grandmother's funeral. I was sitting at my grandmother's funeral and I'm like, this is literally the worst day of my life. My grandmother raised me. My mom worked a lot. My grandmother was like my mom. And when she passed, I knew it was coming. So I was like mentally prepared. So I thought, so I really just enjoyed all the possible time I could enjoy with her while she was still here. But it doesn't make it any easier, right? Like, a loss is a loss is a loss. Like, grieving is grieving. Like, it doesn't make it easier knowing that it's going to happen. And when it happens, it's like, it's still really a lot to process, right? So when my grandmother passed away, hey, Ash, welcome in, VSG, living. When she passed away, I'm sitting at her funeral and I'm hearing people talk about her. People who, I don't know all these people, right? But I'm hearing people talking about my grandmother and they're saying all these like amazing things about her. Like, she was so giving. She would literally like give you her last. She would feed you, like, and I'm like, she came from very humble beginnings. Like, my grandmother was not a wealthy person, But where she was wealthy and was in what she her God-given ability, which was to help people, even when she didn't like. It just came to her. She just helped people, even when she didn't have it. She helped, and she hustled. I didn't know that about my grandmother. I'm sitting at this funeral, which is supposed to be like the saddest day of my life, and I'm learning that what's in me came from her. And I'm like, wow. And I have so much more resources than my grandmother. And if she was able to raise all of these children with zero education. My grandmother did not have an education. She was a victim of an assault at a very early age. She raised 4 professional children who all went to college, came to this country with not even knowing English, and was able to make it. Why can't I? Like, in that moment, I guess I didn't really know like how awesome. Like, I knew my grandma was awesome, but then I was like, yo, she was that girl. Like, so it's like those moments, while they're terrible, there's always something to take from it. Uh, yes, everyone had nothing but amazing things to say about her. I didn't even know she sold ice cream pops or something, like popsicles or something. Like, she made them from scratch. Like, sis was on her grind. You hear me? My grandmother was like, look, I don't have an education, but I got these kids, and I'm gonna make it work. So that's my mind frame. And I'm like, where do I get this from? Because, you know, my mom is very, very much a school person. My mom she's a very educated woman. She knows, like, she's a school. I've known ever since I know my mom, and I know that sounds silly, she's always been in school. She's always been like hustling, working jobs. My grandma, same way. My grandma was on her grind, but my grandma was on her grind with very little resources. My mom was on her grind with whatever resources she has then. I have more resources than both of them combined. So if they got this far, well, I guess my opportunities and my possibilities are absolutely endless. So we have to look at those things, right? As we go from one generation to the next, we're improving. We're improving. So I say that to say this, like, at a funeral, at my grandmother's funeral, I'm sitting here thinking about, like, why am I feeling so empowered at a funeral? Like, hello? This is not emotional. This was not a motivational session, but sitting there hearing people saying these things about my grandmother and how much she was doing with like $0 was like mind blowing. I literally have a state job. I have a home, a roof over my head. I have my spouse. I have my mother. I have my teenage daughter who comes in and helps. Like, I have endless amount of support. So it's like, if my grandmother made it work, why can't I? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I get it. We live in different times. Oh, I hear that a lot. People are like, well, it's a different time. Yes, but I come from a really good foundation. Like, knowing that that's the type of person she was in her time here, it really inspires me. So I want you to think about the people in your life, right? Whether they're good, bad, ugly. How do those people inspire you? What if you have, maybe you didn't have that experience. Maybe your experience was the total opposite. Maybe you had a terrible upbringing. How is that inspiring you to be better? That's how it was at my dad's funeral. Everyone shared how he saved their lives and helped them. Yes, it's those moments, man. And that's one of the most devastating moments. But it's like also in that moment was when it really clicked for me. Because following the funeral, I said, I don't want to be in New York no more. Grandma knew you needed to hear that. Yes, Ash, I really do feel like that. And I still feel like she's with me. And I know people feel very differently about spirituality, but I do feel like she's still here with me. And I get signs all the time. Like, when I'm doubting myself, I'll start seeing repeating numbers. I'll start thinking about situations that she experienced. And I'm like, I'm going to be good. I'm going to be fine. This is my current circumstance. Is not my forever situation. So, I really lean on that hard. She's always with you, guiding you and helping you. Absolutely. Let me tell you something. My grandmother was the very first person I told when I got pregnant at 19. I was devastated. I was like, I can't tell my mother. I literally, who am I going to tell? I told my grandmother. You know what my grandmother said? She's like, you are not the first or the last. Nothing special about what's happening with you. And I know that sounds like Well, pregnancy is special, but what she was trying to say was, relax. You are worried about something that you are going to figure out, and sure the hell did. I figured it out. Not only did I figure out how to be a mom, I done rinsed and repeat. 3 kids later, I'm still momming, and I'm doing it to the best of my abilities. And while I'm not saying I'm the best mom in the world, I always aim to work at being a better mom every single day. Same thing with my goals. I'm not where I want to be yet, but every day I put forward a little effort. That's all we have to do. We got to start depositing those little efforts every single day. I guarantee you, my grandmother, I'm telling you, tin roof home in the Caribbean, like 0 education, 4 kids. Like, if she didn't feel helpless at some point, I don't know who would. You know, like, I literally know the struggles she went through was probably like more than she probably thought she could bear, but she kept showing up. She kept showing up for her kids. She kept showing up for herself. And fast forward, she ended up coming to the United States, creating a life for herself. She traveled more than I've ever traveled in my life. My grandmother she was outside. You hear me? My grandfather too. They would travel. They would go out of state. They would go out the country. They have pictures in front of places that I've never been to. I'm like, you know what? And this is a woman with 0 education. So the possibilities are endless, guys. We have all the tools, the resources, the information. Grandma have a different strand is motivating. They do, man. I mean, I long for family support like that. I think that's why I give it to everyone else. You know what? Sometimes we have to be able to say, even when we don't have that support, I'm going to push through. Just say it. Even if you don't believe it 100%, because I've done that, right? I'm like, it's going to be fine. I'm going to be fine. You know why? Because I'm always fine. I always come out on the other side of this. This situation has happened to somebody else and they've seen the other side of it. So why not me? And I run with that. And that's why I joke and say I'm Delulu. But that right there is the stuff that gives me strength to keep pushing. I'm like, you okay? Okay, he's good. He's like, preach, mommy, preach. You gotta speak that shit into your life, y'all. I'm telling you, I've been saying this. I said to myself in 2006, I said, I'm gonna own a home. I didn't think I was gonna have kids. I didn't quite speak that up. That just happened because I was doing the most. But I was like, I'm gonna be traveling. I didn't say the kid part. I'm gonna be traveling. I'm gonna have a house. I'm gonna have a nice car. You know, like all these things I was saying. And I was like, I had no idea how they were gonna happen. I just knew they were gonna happen. So now that they've happened, I'm like, let's start speaking some more stuff in here. I'm about to be the first millionaire in my family. I am going to retire my mom from her job. I am going to have my kids solidified and secured financially. I'm going to make money in my sleep, which, by the way, I'm already doing that. Just want to put that out there because your girl said it. Beginning of 2024, I said I'm going to make money in my sleep. Doing it. Check. Now I just got to scale that, right? So little things, right? Little things. And let me tell you something. Y'all gonna laugh at me, but the very first time I made money in my sleep, I was like, I made $2. Oh my God, y'all, I made $2. Oh my God. I was so hyped, y'all. I think I woke my husband up. I was like, babe, I made $2. And he was like, okay. I'm like, but I was sleeping. And then I looked at my email and I made $2. What's up? Boss moves. Yo, I was feeling myself, y'all. I mean, yo. And granted, it's way more now. But when that happened, I was like, if I can make $2 in my sleep, I can make 2,000, you know, easy. So that's the type of thinking I want y'all to have. I want y'all to know that the little things, those small wins, yo, celebrate the shit out of those wins. Because guess what? You're going to scale it. You're going to make it bigger. You're going to do it better. You're going to be bossing up by the end of 2024. I promise you. You just got to run with that energy. That same feeling you had from that small win, I want you to start thinking about it. Oh, that's how it's going to... Yo, if this is how I feel with the small win, oh, I can't wait till I get that big win. Just keep that thought present, top of mind. Because guarantee you, when you get to that next win, it's going to be even better than what you thought. I promise you. I promise you. Hey, Jason, I'm going to eat more than 2 tacos and not be full. Oh, listen, I did that already before. I went to a place here in Texas. Jesus, what's the name of this place? Well, they do the birria tacos, and they give you like 3 of them. I was like, maybe I could have like 1.5. I pushed it. I made it happen. I was like, I spoke it and it happened. I had 1.5, but baby, I'm gonna tell you right now, I was like, I can't move. So while I spoke it into existence, you have to also be careful what you speak, because you might not be ready, and I wasn't ready. So yeah, my grandmother's 87 and she keeps it real and will check me quick when I'm out of pocket. Listen, that part. Sometimes you need somebody to check you, but don't check me too much though. Waterfall mattresses, real. Okay? That part. And that's the thing, right? So I'm always like, I know that what I want to accomplish is so far-fetched for like my mom. Like if I present this idea to a working person like my mother, who has never even remotely thought about being a content creator or generating, being an affiliate marketer, or creating opportunities for sponsorship. Those are not conversations that she's having. So it's like, I can't be upset with her when she looks at me like, so you think people just gonna give you products for free and then all of a sudden you're just gonna make money from promoting those products? I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And she's just like, whatever. And then she's picking up my packages from the front door and she's like, what's this? I'm like, something some company sent me to promote so I can make money. And she's like, what? They just send you free stuff? Yeah. And you gotta prove people wrong. I mean, you don't have to, but you will prove people wrong. So while they don't see your vision initially, they're gonna be there when the time comes and it starts clicking. So who cares if they don't believe in the moment? Because when it starts clicking, the proof is in the pudding. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. I promise. I'm telling you, there's gonna be things. And that's the thing, right? Because the universe is hilarious, right? It be the same people who doubted you, who thought that it was impossible for you. Hey, Janae, who thought it was impossible for you, that be front row when you win it. Because that's how the universe works. If you keep a clear conscience, a good heart, and you focus on your grind, somehow those people always get a front seat to you winning. And I love it. I'm here for that. That's the part I'm like, oh, you didn't believe in me? That's all right. Watch this. Okay? Period. That part. And I'm going to always keep a front row open. Y'all are more than welcome to come spectate these wins, because that's what it's going to be all 2024. Y'all can keep watching these wins. I'm going to keep creating opportunities for myself. We have so much power over our destiny, right? I want to be a speaker. I want to be a motivational speaker. Ain't nobody booking me yet, but guess what? I just booked myself. I'm talking to y'all. Hello, I'm already a motivational speaker. I created my own stage. Look at that. I done booked myself. So this is what I'm saying. Like there's opportunities there. I honestly had to start blocking people. I don't need any monitoring spirits around me. Listen, now I do believe in blocking certain energies, right? I've done it. I've done it. They still find a way, because even while you block them, and when you get to people that you have to block, they're usually your fans. Those are the people who are like so on your body that it doesn't even matter if you're blocking them. They're probably still watching you. Hey, how you doing? That's fine. That's fine. They get a front row seat to your wins. Hey, Latanya, welcome in. All these people are gonna get a front row seat to your wins. If you need to block them for your own mental sanity, block them. But just know it's very easy for people to be creating accounts and still be watching you. So focus on your wins. And that's why I tell my friends. I have a friend who, she might be watching me right now, right? I tell her, girl, stop focusing on this bullshit. Just focus on glowing up. Glow up. Not grow up. Glow up. Let these people watch you. Who cares what they're saying about you? Who cares, if they're wishing you harm or whatever? Like, people could wish me harm all they want, but guess what? God got me. So you're not bigger than God. Hello, you're not. So it doesn't even matter what you wish on me, because I'm not in charge of my destiny. He is, right? So you take it up with the big man. You don't like my glove? That's fine. Talk to him about it. You don't like what amazing doors are opening for me? Listen, God did. So I'm very much in tune with that. I'm definitely gonna be a speaker for DV and write a book soon. Yes, Miss Mommy Yana, that's it. Self-publish. Write that book, friend. You don't even need a publisher. And that's the crazy part, right? Like back in the day, you needed a deal. Back in the day, you needed somebody to sponsor you, somebody to like find you and discover you. Like we have TikTok, we have all these other social media platforms. You can put yourself on the pedestal. I can be like right now, change my whole bio. And I think I already did. I think I'm the Barry Motivator on a couple different pages. I don't know if I did it here because this character space is small, but I'm already a motivational speaker. I'm working on my page so that way people can find me, book me. And I'm not about to be out here settling for less. I will do something that I'm passionate about for less, but only if I'm passionate about it. Everybody else, today's price was not yesterday's price, or yesterday's price is not today's price. I always forget that Fat Joe line, but that part. So yeah, book me. Book me now or forever hold your peace. Okay? Hey, welcome in, Latanya. Girl, the way you just talk, you feel inspired like that. Thank you, Sarah. Listen. And that's the thing. Like, I want my friends to win. Get in proximity to people who want the best for you. I don't like secret, hating friend energy. No, I want my friends to win. I want my friends to reach what Dre say, the pinnacles he plans to reach. I want that for all my friends. And I apologize that I'm like wiping my nose. I'm still like really sick, and I'm still getting over it. But create your own stage. They don't want to give you a stage, make your own. They don't want to publish your book, self-publish. You've been wanting to do X, Y, and Z. Start with little pieces of whatever that may be. You don't got all the money, that's okay. Do whatever you can do for free now. Whatever you don't, or ask people. Go on the marketplace. You need equipment, go on the marketplace. Ask. Dare to ask. Let me tell you something. And I know I'm coming down to the hour, but I was saying to myself, I need a dual monitor because I want to be able to like, talk to you guys, stream on other platforms, but I need an extra monitor. Bruh, do you know? I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna just ask. I'm gonna throw it on the Facebook group and ask. Do you know, not only did I get 3 free monitors, my husband had already ordered me 2 monitors. So now I got 5 monitors. So you ask and you shall receive. Dare to ask. The worst thing that can happen is you'll still be in the same position that you were in before you asked. I think a lot of us are scared to ask for the things we want. If you're a content creator, ask for more money. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? They're going to say no, or this is what we have. And sometimes we shortchange ourselves. Jobs all the time. Hey, ask for that raise. What they going to say? No? They might say yes, but you'll never know until you ask. You'll never know until you go for it. And that's the space I'm at right now. I'm out here just asking away, hey, can I get this for free? And if you say no, that's fine. So what can you do? And you'd be surprised. I had a guy who sold me this equipment that was like on the market for like $200 something. I got it for $60. And granted, I lowballed the crap out of this man. I was like, I got $20. So like something that's worth $200, like, yo, I got $20. But you know what? He met me with an offer that I was like, that's respectable. He's like, yo, look, I can't do $20, but this stuff is worth like $200 something. I see you passionate and you was really bold. So I could do 60. And I was like, hey, you got it. And I linked up, got the equipment, and boom, brand spanking new. This literally has like 1 scratch on it. You got to dare to ask. You will be surprised how many opportunities could be right around the corner from you. Chances for you to get things that you want for free. Just ask. Doesn't hurt to ask. Closed mouths don't get fed. I know y'all have heard that before. So yeah, for sure, I'm cleaning that. Well, I'm quiet, but damn, you're inspiring me. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that, look, that's the point here. I want you guys to be fired up. I want you to dare to be bold, dare to give it all. Give it all, because we don't know if today is our last day. And I hate to sound like that, but like, act like today's your last day. What would you do if today was your last day? Give it all. Leave it all on the field. Leave it all on the table. You know what I mean? A lot of us have children. If you are gone today, did you do everything you possibly could to secure your children's future? Did you do everything you possibly could to put them in the best position you can possibly leave them in? I'm gonna close it out with that, guys. I hope this was something that really got y'all thinking. Maria is gonna be here next week, Monday, so she'll be joining me in conversation. I'm glad this was helpful. No worries. I'm so excited about this. I'm glad she brought it up, because this was her idea. She's like, I would love to bring some positive vibes to TikTok. She's like, I know that's right up your alley. Let's do it. I was like, and I'm like, let's do it. And here we are. So I appreciate y'all. I love you guys. And I'll be back again next week, Monday, same time, right after the Berry Unfiltered. So that is 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Mountain, and 6 p.m. Pacific time. I always get those time zones a little but y'all got me, and I appreciate you, and I hope this helps someone. Again, I hope y'all have a fantastic week on purpose. I love you guys. Bye.